Welcome back, Figurama crew. San Diego Comic-Con is one and done, 2024. The once a year, absolutely amazing comic and toy show that reveals, all the big companies reveal all their big reveals for almost a whole year at this show. Actually, going to the show is a special treat too, because there's a lot of exclusives that you can only get there. There's a lot of swag. So maybe someday Figurama is going to be there, okay? So until Figurama can get there someday, this is what I can do. This is going to be my, I'm not going to go over every figure at the show. Obviously, other channels do that, people at the show. But I did want to compile the Figurama top 10 list of the top 10 things that I'm most excited for that were revealed or shown at the San Diego Comic-Con. Alright, first one on the list, number 10, is the Marvel X-Men Sentinel 2-pack. Like, I really like the stylings of these Sentinels. They are pretty small, but they are video game themed too. The box has, like, you know, the pixel art and stuff on it, but they got some cool blast effects, and it's a really unique color scheme too. It's sort of the, I don't know, video game themed color theme, so it's not quite... They had this color theme in the comic books a little bit, and they're pretty cool. It's definitely an army builder, and I definitely dig the stylings of them and the unique color scheme and everything. They are ballin'. And then staying at the Hasbro booth, they showed this off a little before San Diego, but it is a exclusive, I believe. And there's something, I don't know. I like the packaging more than the figure. And yes, I am talking about Death's Head. So the figure is pretty awesome. I really don't know anything about Death's Head, full transparency. However, I collected Marvel cards when I was growing up, okay? I had that Death's Head Marvel card that the box is based off of. And I absolutely nostalgically dig the styling of it. Because the Death's Head is the same Death's Head in the card, too. Like, it's not just the box. But my limited knowledge of Death's Head, okay? My completely limited knowledge. It's amazing because it fits the one-shot aesthetic that I have of Death's Head in my nostalgia brain. And, you know, the stylings of the figure are great. Comes with a lot of different accessories. I think Robo from Robo Don't Know did a review of this, and man, I love the packaging. This is like a home run style-wise, which we don't get a lot from Marvel. So I'm super happy for it. Alright, number 8 on the list is a figure I never thought I would get because I didn't start collecting till way after the Turtle cartoon series started. So I didn't get any of the early stuff or anything, but yes, Ultimate Shredder. Shredder is getting re-released, and he's got a bunch of new parts. He's got a bunch of new sculpt work. This is the ultimate version. He comes with a ton of different hands, 3 different heads, a bunch of accessories from different episodes, even some sort of deep dive episodes. And man, this is what I've been waiting for. And obviously, there's a lot of people that have the old Shredder, have Shredder already. They don't care about this. But this is for people that don't have it already. And it's freaking amazing. The chef's hat and the real cloth cape, everything looks so good. Just like the cartoon. NECA never disappoints with the cartoon turtles. Never, ever. And I really like this figure, and I can't wait to buy it someday. Alright, number 7 on the list is, it wasn't really on the list till I actually saw the movie. But I saw, obviously, Deadpool versus Wolverine. It was pretty darn awesome. And so I give Hasbro props. You know, some of their figures, especially movie figures, could use a little work, okay? But the movie Wolverine figure from the Wolverine movie in the yellow and blue uniform is pretty darn ballin' looking, especially the likeness. The likeness is pretty darn close to Mr. Wolverine himself, Hugh. It's got a lot of really good texture work on it. Obviously, I wish there was some battle damage, some paint details. But Hasbro they leave that stuff up to you. If you want to battle damage it, then you got to do it at home with a paintbrush. But from the shots, obviously, the posability, everything looks really, really spot on with this figure. I really, really like it. And I already said I really like the Hue head, but I also really like the masked head too. The masked head is awesome. So yeah, Deadpool obviously looks pretty cool too, but Wolverine sort of steals the show. It's the big thing in the movies, his first movie appearance with the classic uniform. He's had obviously black and brown and street clothes, but this was it, right? And I really think Hasbro did a great job at immortalizing that fact. And now swinging over to the NECA booth, one of my favorite action figure companies out there, they really dropped a nuclear bomb, right when San Diego opened with a new line. And now I don't even know if I'm gonna collect this line necessarily, but I can't get over how amazing it looks. And it's Sesame Street, okay? It's Sesame Street. The figures look so good, especially the texture. The texture on everything, making it look, give it that flocked look, that furry look, even though it's not. Oh my gosh, the details and the sculpt work and the paint work. It looks so good. This looks so creative and so amazing. I even love the NECA letters. Each figure is going to come with a different letter that spells out NECA. But man, this really came out of left field, and I love it. They have some cloth goods on them too. Like the line looks just so good. And I actually can't wait to see what more comes out in the line, because they've only revealed, Bert and Ernie and the Count at this point. Where's Elmo? So who knows how far it's going to go, but the beginning of it looks absolutely amazing. Blew my mind when I first saw it. And obviously I grew up as a Sesame Street kid. And NECA's gonna NECA and make them amazing. Right, staying at the NECA booth, another little sort of surprise, I guess, is Nightmare Before Christmas is back at NECA, meaning I guess they maybe lost some of the rights at some point, and there was some old figures and they weren't 100% happy, I guess, with them, like they weren't the best. So there's a whole new line of Nightmare Before Christmas figures, which is one of my favorite Christmas/Halloween movies of all time with my kids. Like, we absolutely adore it. And the NECA figures look so good. They look like the actual models that they used to film the movie. And this is not to be confused with, I do have a recent Jack figure. A Jack figure came out a few months ago with a real cloth clothes on it. These Jack figures do not have real cloth. It's all just sculpted. So it's definitely different than the one that was released just a few months ago. But again, they look so good. They look so movie accurate, and I love them. I love the movie. Me and my kids love everything about Nightmare Before Christmas. And it's so cool to have NECA going back into that world, updating the old figures. They said, there's going to be some new articulation, new sculpt work with all of them to modernize them a little bit and, bring them up to sort of NECA current standards. Oh, they look so good. All right, number 4 on the list is something I had never thought that I would like. It's basically repaints, but there's a little something else there, and that is the G.I. Joe Classified Steel Corps Commander versus Twilight Guard. This set looks amazing. It is just repaints, like I said, but just some of the notes, the design notes and the figures is amazing. I love the Twilight Guard. The Twilight Guard is this set. The Steel Corps, it's okay. Doesn't really do it that much for me. But the Twilight Guard with the purple highlights, that cloth cape that's black on one side and red on the other. Oh my goodness. It looks so good. And super big note on this is it's not just the figures that I'm talking about that look good. The weapons all are paint accented with the accents of the figures, and especially the Twilight Guard. That purple on the guns, oh my gosh, and the sword and everything. They have a lot of tons of different blast effects. The Steel Corps Commander does have paint accents on his gun, blue and a little bit of green. But, I mean, that Twilight Guard, it looks so good and it's so unique. I don't know. I love this set. I think it's going to be awesome. I believe it's going to be an exclusive on Pulse, so I might have to bite the bullet and, click that buy button on Pulse. All right, next one, number 3 on the list, of course, Well, it's a display. It's not a single figure. But it's the Staying at NECA again. It is the Mirage Turtles whole display. Everything they showed off at the show. Obviously, their big con exclusive is the first sketch sort of Turtles. That was their con exclusive, so obviously I'm never gonna see it in real life. But they did release that before the show. So everything else in the Mirage display, the retooled Leatherhead and the new Turtles, the Triceratons with the tidy whiteys, the Coliseum Triceratons, and in my number one figure that I'm looking forward to, by the way, April O'Neil, the comic, Mirage comic original, April O'Neil, looks freaking amazing. And so I know a lot of the Turtles are just not recolors. They do have new accessories and stuff, but they're just different looks for the Turtles. But I don't know. There's a new Foot Soldier. There's a slightly different Battle Damage Shredder. Leatherhead was completely retooled. He's got a lot of texture to the skin, whether you like it more or not. I don't know. It's not for me to say. Karai is there. But I'm telling you, that April has been on my list for a while. I want that April. I want it now. So there wasn't too much new there, but I mean, I love the Mirage series. It's my favorite action figure line of all time at this point, pretty much. But, makes number 3 on the list. They didn't show off too much new stuff. But what they showed off, amazing. Number 2 is the big HasLab reveal, obviously. So the G.I. Joe Classified Rattler. Of course, this had to be on the list. This is another one of those big, expensive, HasLab things. I haven't bought any of these yet. It hasn't been in the budget. This one's not in the budget either. But it doesn't mean I can't be excited about it. I'm not getting it because I can't afford it right now. But it's amazing. It's amazing to have a Rattler in G.I. Joe Classified scale. And the other stuff that come with the Rattler too make it even that much better. Like, especially the Baroness. There's a Baroness. Like, just looking at the digital renders, not even seeing it in person, I could tell that this is going to be pretty awesome. It's over 33.5 inches in length, almost 10 inches in height, and then 32 inches in width. Like, this thing is huge. It looks so good. The styling's on it. It comes with a ton of accessories. There's obviously a lot of, figures in there too. It does come with the pilot, which is Mr. Wild Weasel himself, who definitely looks great in that red color scheme. It's got illumination on it, some lighting effects, just like the Hiss tank. And then the 2 and the 3, the unlocks, are more figures, obviously. So it comes with Wild Weasel, but there is also a gunner on it. And the big unlock, the unlock 3, is a Baroness in sort of flight gear with that alternate hairstyle in there. And that's what people are most excited for from what I've heard. And the G.I. Joe photographer, chef's kiss, did an amazing job at showcasing that Baroness figure. So this is an awesome HasLab. Not for me. I can't do it right now. But I definitely love it, and it's super cool to see it at the show. It almost stole the show, except for my number 1 pick. The thing that really did steal the show, you can notice one company is not on the list yet. And that was my most favorite, is that a thing? Up and coming company, Jada Toys. And Jada Toys is the underdog right now. They have really good figures for a really cheap price, cheaper than the competitors, and they're better than the competitors in a lot of ways. I'm so impressed with the Street Fighter series, the Mega Man series, all that good stuff. And so Jada Toys, I put them on the list. I think they killed it this year at their booth. The new Mega Man figures, how they didn't release everything all at once. They, did every day they put a new figure in the case, a new unrevealed figure. Like the Street Fighter case revealed, E Honda and Zangief. T-Hawk was in there. And the big reveal at the end, Mr. Akuma. They all looked so amazing. The Street Fighter series is so amazing. And I believe that that's the full roster of the game. At least in promos at this point, not released to the public. And everything in that series is just killer. The likenesses to the game and everything they showed off, amazing. All right, then going up to the Mega Man shelf, obviously they got more Mega Man figures coming out, and the big ones in this one for me were Woodman, Proto Man, and Snake Man. Again, looked freaking amazing. The Mega Man series I absolutely love. I'm an old school Mega Man fan. Beat was up there in the display. They're starting to do more Mega Man with different powers, so different, shaded Mega Men 2. But like Snake Man and Woodman are 2 of my favorite of all time. and the fact that they showed them off. And then the last day they did the Proto Man surprise up on the shelf too. Proto Man looked amazing. He's got a real cloth bandana around his neck. Not bandana, scarf. But anyways, Jada's killing it on Mega Man 2 for sure. I'm super excited for those. The Cyberpunk's not really my thing, but I actually do like how it's going to be a mixture of, the Jada style, but also real cloth goods. We'll see how the real cloth goods come up, I guess. I don't really know anything about the Cyberpunk characters, but whatever. Tony the Tiger did look awesome. Tony the Tiger was another addition to their cereal line. He looked ballin'. He looked ballin', literally. Literally, he's spinning a basketball. He's ballin'. But anyways, Jada's pretty new to the biz, and they keep learning throughout doing their figures and getting better and better, and you can definitely tell they're getting better and better. My dream is for Jada to do a Darkstalker series in the future. Jada, if you watch this video, let's go. All right, and the last big surprise for the Jada booth, another reason it gets number 1 on the list is, I'm sure everyone's heard about this by now, the Scooby-Doo line. Again, the Scooby-Doo line looks amazing. I don't know, just like the Sesame Street. Super excited for it. Super happy for the people that love Scooby-Doo. Have been wanting this forever, which there's a metric ton of you that I didn't know about. So I might not collect it myself, at least, but it looks amazing. I can acknowledge it looks amazing. I can acknowledge that a lot of people have been waiting for this for a long time, and it's got the Jada style. It's going to have that pretty good articulation, Jada articulation in there, and they're really good at sort of transferring those old cartoons to 3D. NECA is sort of the master of that, but Jada's really, really getting good at it based on, the Street Fighter figures, the Mega Man figures, and all that sort of stuff, and now moving into Scooby-Doo. So man, Jada to me really stole the show. Absolutely stole the show. NECA was probably number 2 overall to me, and then, G.I. Joe Classified was definitely next. I think overall, as far as lines go or companies go. But anyways, that's my top 10 for San Diego Comic-Con 2024. Let me know what your top 10 is below, or let me know some things that you're really excited about below. Remember, I don't collect everything. We collect different things. So if there's something that you're excited about, let me know below. I'll check it out. Maybe it's something that I've never seen before, or, let me know. So anyways, guys, non-binary pals, Figurama crew, thanks for this quick video. San Diego Comic-Con, top 10, things that I'm super excited about, coming out pretty soon. Peace out, and thank you for watching.